Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those rumors that you just can't ignore, especially when it involves a potential blockbuster move for the Dallas Cowboys. Word is swirling around the league that the Cowboys are in serious talks to trade for Drake London, the wide receiver from the Atlanta Falcons. And if this deal goes down, it could be a game-changer for Dallas, especially in their quest to elevate their offense and make a real push for a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. The chatter is that the Cowboys are offering a first-round pick in 2027, along with a third-rounder in 2028, trying to land London and bolster what has historically been a solid but sometimes inconsistent receiving core. Meanwhile, the Falcons seem eager to make this happen, looking for cap relief after a 7-10 finish in 2025, and they need draft capital to rebuild their defense and secondary, which struggled with allowing 4 sacks per game and giving up a 68% completion rate. Now, for those of you who aren't fully familiar with London's profile, he's a physical beast at 6'4", with a reputation for making contested catches, something that Dallas's offense could definitely use more of. Since 2022, he's accumulated nearly 30 yards receiving, averaging around 73 yards per game, with 18 touchdowns to his name. His 2025 numbers are impressive, with over 100 yards, 8 touchdowns, and a PFF grade of 87. 4 overall, which signals he's a reliable and dynamic target. What makes London stand out is his ability to win contested catches, which he does at a rate of 55%, leading big receivers in that category. His deep route success rate is at 40%, making him a threat downfield, and he's got the size and speed, running a 4.52 40-yard dash that allows him to create mismatches against almost any defender. From a strategic point of view, this move makes a ton of sense for Dallas. Their offense has been solid, but they've lacked that true physical presence on the outside, someone who can win those 50-50 balls and add a new dimension to their passing game. Bringing London into the fold would give Dak Prescott another reliable weapon, especially in the red zone, where contested catches are crucial. His red zone touchdown rate of 62% and seam route efficiency of 78% show he can be a mismatch nightmare when it matters most. And considering the Dallas offense averaged around 26 points per game in 2025, adding a physically dominant WR like London could push that number over 30, making the Cowboys even more dangerous. The reasoning behind Atlanta's push to trade London is pretty clear. They're sitting on cap space, about $11 million after the 2025 season, and they need to rebuild their roster. The Falcons' secondary and pass rush have struggled, with a high sack allowance and a lot of completions allowed. They're looking to maximize their draft assets to bring in young talent, especially on the defensive line and in the secondary, where they need to cut down on big plays against them. Trading London, a player with a $48 million price tag over 4 years, makes sense for Atlanta now, especially if they can get a first-round pick in 2027 and a third-rounder in 2028, giving them more flexibility to rebuild. For Dallas, this isn't just about adding another receiver. It's about elevating the entire offense and creating more explosive plays. With CeeDee Lamb already established as a top-tier receiver, pairing him with London would give Dak Prescott 2 versatile, physically imposing targets who can do serious damage. It would open up the field, especially in the red zone, where London's contested catch ability would be a game winner. Plus, a move like this could shake up the NFC playoff picture significantly. The odds for Dallas to win the Super Bowl are currently around +90, but with London in the fold, those odds could improve dramatically, potentially dropping to +3,500, according to some betting models. That's a huge boost and indicates that Dallas could be viewed as serious contenders if they make this move. The impact on the team's receiving core would be immediate. London's presence would force defenses to double-team him at times, freeing up Lamb and other targets, and creating mismatches that Dak Prescott can exploit. His ability to win contested catches, 55% in 2025, would not only boost red zone efficiency, but also help in clutch moments late in games. If he replicates even a fraction of his 2025 performance, projecting over 100 yards and around 9 touchdowns in 2026, the Cowboys' offense would be significantly more potent. His EPA per target is at 0.35, placing him among the league's top receivers, and his yards after catch, YAC, of 4.8 yards per reception adds another layer of explosiveness. Some analysts compare London's potential impact to that of DeAndre Hopkins in 2020, where a big, physical receiver transformed a team's red zone and deep passing game. For Dallas, adding London would be like giving Dak Prescott a new cheat code, an X factor that defenses have to plan for. His ability to create mismatches, especially on fades and jump balls, makes him a prime candidate to become the go-to guy in critical moments. His size, speed, and contested catch prowess could elevate Dallas's red zone scoring percentage, which has been solid but could be even better with a true physical presence stretching defenses vertically and across the field. Looking ahead, this trade could be the pivotal move that propels Dallas into the upper echelon of the NFL. The NFC is wide open, with teams like the 49ers, Eagles, and Lions all competing at a high level, but Dallas has the talent and now, perhaps, the added weaponry to make a serious push. The Cowboys' defense remains strong, especially up front, but their offense needs that extra spark. London could be the missing piece. With his proven production, physicality, and ability to change games in the red zone, he's the kind of player that can turn a good team into a great one. And of course, this move would send shockwaves through the NFC East. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders are all watching closely, knowing that the Cowboys making this kind of upgrade could shift the division dynamics. The NFC East has always been known for its fierce rivalries and unpredictable twists, and adding a player like London to the Dallas offense would make them even more formidable. The Cowboys are already favorites to make the playoffs again, but with this kind of addition, they could be a team nobody wants to face in January. Their odds of reaching the Super Bowl might jump from +9.0 to something far more promising, especially if London integrates smoothly into their offensive system and Dak Prescott finds even more chemistry with him. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Trades like this don't happen overnight, and there are still hurdles, salary cap considerations, the exact draft picks involved, and whether Atlanta's front office truly believes this is the best move for their rebuild. Still, the mere fact that this rumor is gaining traction means Dallas fans should be excited and hopeful. It's not every day that a potential game-changing receiver becomes available, especially one with London's size, speed, and contested catch ability. If the Cowboys pull this off, it could be one of those moves that defines their season, and perhaps even their legacy in the NFL. In the end, this is what makes football so exciting, the possibility of a major move that could tip the scales and set a team on a new trajectory. For Dallas, the addition of Drake London would be more than just a roster upgrade. It would be a statement that they're serious about competing at the highest level, aiming for that elusive 6th Super Bowl ring. The anticipation is building, and Cowboys Nation, you know we're all glued to the latest updates. This could be the move that elevates Dallas from a good team to a true championship contender. And if it happens, you can bet we'll be celebrating right here, right now, ready to see our boys take that next step toward greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think London is the kind of player that can push Dallas over the top? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him lining up alongside CeeDee Lamb? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Let's keep that passion alive and get ready for what could be a historic season. Dallas, let's go.